Hey guys, I'm Nick and welcome back to the channel. Well, today we're talking about Star Trek Picard Season 2. We've only got a week to go before this new season hits our TV screens on the 3rd of March, and CBS have dropped a little sneak peek scene to whet our appetites to what we might expect in this new season of Star Trek Picard. And I gotta say, this sneak peek scene opens with a bang, a huge bang. It doesn't disappoint at all and really kind of gets me excited about watching this new season of Star Trek Picard. With less than a week to go before the new season hits our TV screens, if you guys are interested in a recap of Season 1, have a click up on this little link up here. That'll take you to a recap video I did, which recaps the entire first season of Star Trek Picard in 10 minutes. Well worth having a look at before Season 2 starts. And also, if you haven't subscribed to Sci-Finatics yet and you want to do so, please click on that big red button to stay up to date with all the latest Star Trek news on YouTube. So let's take a look at this fantastic sneak peek scene of Star Trek Picard Season 2.
Life support failure on next cell. Power grid failure on deck 5.
All security teams, report to the bridge immediately. Let's move, Cadet!
Altitude to the bridge. Data team, secure the warp core. Inertia management malfunction. Valmerite integrator.
Gotta go! Hurry up! Come on!
We also see in this trailer that our uniforms are ever so slightly different to the uniforms that the Starfleet officers were wearing back in the first season. There's a bit more of a sort of a crossover sash thing going on with a bit of a black undershirt kind of deal there. So they're sort of in the same ballpark as our uniforms we saw in Season 1 for Starfleet, but just tweaked a little bit. Gee, Starfleet changed the uniforms often.
Warp field collapse imminent. Bridge. Ship systems rebooting. System.
One thing that's really interesting about this first part of the sneak peek scene is what we see in the turbo lift, or the background of the turbo lift. We've got some ship schematics there, and we can actually read, if we look very, very closely, that the ship that they are on is the USS Stargazer. Now, it doesn't appear that this is the same Stargazer going back to Picard's captaincy before he took command of the Enterprise D, because that ship was fairly old in its construction. I think that was probably, a ship that had been around in service since, say, kind of around the times of like Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan, that Reliant. It sort of seemed like it was the similar kind of era to the US Reliant we saw in that. So this doesn't look like it's Picard's old Stargazer. I would say it is a new starship that's been branded Stargazer, which then kind of leads me to believe, why isn't it like Stargazer B or Stargazer C or D or something to that effect? Can't quite tell what class of starship it is from these schematics. If you techie starship gurus out there have got any kind of idea based on the silhouettes in these images what class of starship, whether it's one we've seen before, leave a message in the comment section and see if we can work out what class of ship they're on here. It's great to see all the old LCARS kind of display screens and everything on this ship. I'm glad we don't have the let's poke our fingers in the air control screens like on the last Serena. Never been a huge fan of that. And obviously I think the Discovery doesn't have LCARS style control panels. There's just something about looking at the LCARS style that was obviously introduced for Next Generation that really brings it back to me. I think this is kind of really feels very Star Trek.
Stop firing! Picard!
Bridge control transfer, 40%.
What's happening?
All systems are redirected. She's getting complete access. Weapons, navigation, everything.
Computer, activate auto-destruct sequence.
Good to see Seven. You've got Girardi, we've got Chris Rios in a Starfleet uniform with the captain's pips on his collar, which would seem to imply he is the captain of the Stargazer, which kind of all seems a little bit strange.
Auto-destruct activated. 9, 8,
Picard.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It appears in this sneak peek scene we've got a Borg queen or something, some Borg of some kind that's on the bridge of this Stargazer in some sort of force field, sending out Borg nanoprobe, octopus legs to smash and hack into consoles and everything, which is quite exciting. We'd never get a close look at the Borg that's on the bridge here, but based on obviously what's going on, it seems very Borg orientated here. I would say based on this scene, we obviously had quite a few dream sequences last season where Picard was dreaming about things going on with Data, things going on with the destruction of Mars. And if I had to put my money on it, I would have a guess and say that seeing as how we kind of started last season with dream sequences and whatnot, Picard playing poker with, Data in 10 forward, things like that, that it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if this was the opening scene to season 2 and it turns out to be another one of these Picard wakes up from a bad dream kind of scenarios. Because let's face it, he's kind of good at having those dream sequences. But as far as dream sequences go, this is a pretty exciting one. There's enough sort of weird elements here, I guess, to imply that it is probably, if it's not a dream sequence with Picard having a dream here, I would say it's like a holodeck simulation. Maybe it's a training exercise. Maybe they're on the holodeck or something and Picard's putting his new crew through their paces. I reckon it's either got to be a dream or a holodeck simulation of some kind. But nonetheless, this is a pretty exciting look at Star Trek Picard Season 2. I'm really pumped to see this new season. I'm looking forward to it enormously. It's been such a long time since Picard was on our TV screens. I think when the first season started, it was one of the first shows I covered when I started up this YouTube channel. So it's been quite a while since we've had Star Trek Picard on our TV screens. So it's really welcome to have it back again. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, what you thought about this sneak peek scene for Star Trek Picard Season 2. Looking forward to what you think about it. Leave a super thanks if you're able to, guys. It really helps the channel out. Like and comment if you can. And obviously subscribe if you haven't already done so. Check out my merch in the merch store where you can pick up some cool Star Trek flavoured t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, caps, drink bottles, you name it. All there. And I'll see you very soon for my next video. I'll catch you soon.